Hey guys, Tales of Taram here. We're back again, part 3 of this session. I know it's going to be a long session, ain't it? Yeah, right now we have everyone here aside from Ruby, who had to leave because of family stuff, and Shadowy, who's muted, swallowing meat and white stuff. Um, so, anything you guys want to say before we get started? Because we have about 30 seconds before we can start cursing.
We wait for the time when we can curse.
Let's see. We have 15 seconds.
The weight of weights.
I think we're good now. Yeah, we're good. So, as we return to the game, we find ourselves with Zvrakis tied up, being read the notebook of Zeus. However, 10 minutes or 11 minutes at this point have passed. Which plants, Gesh, as you sit down and nature seems to blow around you, the vines and other creeping bits of nature seem to be reaching out to touch you, and you sense the floral sense and sense of fruit upon your nose. What plants are you trying to locate?
There's white blue leaf.
So, as you begin to concentrate, there's this blow of wind pointing you south. About the closest cluster of them would be about 3 miles off.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 1,500 or 1,600 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down for now
Wait,
where...
is it 500 feet? No, a mile is like 1,500 feet, isn't it?
I don't know, the spell says that I can sense it
I know.
within
I'm
5
just okay.
miles.
So it is about. If I go to 3 miles instead, it would be about 15,840 feet from you. So 3 miles.
God.
Yeah. So that would be about. Let's see here. Let me just go 15,840. Just in D&D terms, 15,840 divided by 5 is about 3,168 squares from you.
That's much.
And if you can move 6 squares per turn.
Per 6 seconds, so... So
Yeah.
1 square
So
per
let's
turn?
say you're dashing. Let's say you're dashing. That's 12 squares. So what did I say it was? It's 15,480 divided by 5 equal. Wait, that's not right. It was 15,840. I'm stupid. Divided by 5 equals. Then we divide that by 12. 3168 divided by 12 equals. It's going to take you 264 turns of dashing to get there. Which, if I say you could dash for about a minute without any complications, 264 turns divided by, let's say, because a minute is 10 turns, that
Divided
means
by 10.
26.4 minutes, which also means you're going to have to be making 26, I would say 27 Constitution saving throws to not get exhausted. If you wanted to
So
run that
with...
far, yeah.
So with normal walking, it's around 40 minutes.
It's around 50, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna note down where it is, roughly.
Yeah. Okay. You don't have a map, so
Yeah, I'm just gonna write it down from the point where I'm standing to, like, keep it
you
in mind.
you grab a piece of paper from the notebook and just scribble it down.
Yeah. Like, that's just how my brain works IRL. Like, all I need are, like, points.
Okay. The spell does
Yeah.
last for
It doesn't have a duration.
Instantaneous.
Yeah,
So you
I
immediately
just
know where it is, and then it's gone.
yeah.
Okay, good to know. So, as you note this down, I believe you said you and Shadowy were going to go into a group, while Zeus and Sivrakis went into a group, and you're going to split the party.
Yes.
Okay. So, as the two parties split, I believe you and Shadowy were going to go to the tower, correct?
Tower. Yes.
So, as you begin to walk that way, Sivrakis and
Yeah.
as the other two begin to leave, Sivrak is still tied up. What's going on here with you two?
I was shown in the book. He didn't seem very interested though, so he's not quite the scholar I thought.
Srakis is not at all understanding. He's not picking up what you are putting down.
Speaking telepathically, of course. Respect. Well, I guess you're friendly, so there's no point. I'm gonna look him like dead in the eye with one eye. I'm gonna become one giant eye. Would you run away?
No.
Ah, well, that's good enough answer for me.
This is
I'm gonna-
accompanied by.
Yeah.
This is accompanied by rapid shaking of the head.
I'm going to immediately untie him.
Make me a survival check.
Oh, fuck. That's 16.
I'll say you're getting advantage because Zavrakis is trying to get out.
16.
Speak, please. The last one. That's me right now. So, as you go to untie, you go and untie a few of the knots on the rope, and as you go to untie other ones, you start to accidentally tie the knots you just untied. You don't know how Gesh made this knotted mess. There is no way for you to unknot this.
Without a knife.
And the only knife...
I'm gonna-
Fake rope.
I'm gonna pick him up, like rope and all, and tie him to my waist.
roll me a strength check.
Just a quick question. How tall was Day?
Jay is about 6'3".
I'm 7'4".
And you're hunched over in a tied position, but yeah.
I always imagined you were a goblin. I don't know why. 18.
Yeah, no, I am a big guy.
I imagine you were like a little guy, like a little dude.
18 was the DC, by the way.
Hope
So-
we imagine the Hunchback of Notre Dame if he was also a Goliath.
So, as you pick him up and attach him to the back of your hip, Sivrakis, you're just swinging, hitting his ass as you're just unable to move.
My severe lack of ass because I haven't eaten shit.
Well,
My
Sivrakis
diet's
is eating
poor.
shit right now.
This is why you just eat emotions, guys.
Well,
In the caloric
see, it's less of like a
of
oh man, I'm so hungry. I keep forgetting
is
to eat.
delicious. Honestly, I find that relatable in real life.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna go do what I was gonna do earlier. I'm gonna go to the back to the bar and go people watch.
Okay.
You're
While I
going
wait for the rest of the
where?
group to figure out what they're doing.
So, as you go back to the bar,
Quick question.
Yes.
Are my feet tied
Yes.
together?
He rolled such a high thing that he did not
Ah.
forget that shit. Yes.
This is a god tier knot.
Almost. It was a 19 on the roll. So, as you go back to the
Oh,
bar,
jeez.
people give you odd looks, but we're gonna go to the other group. Gesh, Shadowy.
Yes.
Alright, Tyrone has just finished filling me up.
Okay. Anyway, so as you guys are walking, you guys can role play, and I'll say you're walking and talking if you want.
Hmm.
It's about an hour walk.
So, alright. So, Rael, how exactly did you come here? Like, did you just find yourself here? Like when you went to sleep or something like that?
Do you mean this island or this town?
Yeah, the island.
Yeah, as far as I remember, I just finished midterms not too long ago where come from, and I kinda just woke up in the middle of the fucking forest.
Hmm.
It was really weird.
Huh. Well, I actually was pretty similar to you, but I woke up pretty close to a place called Obsidian Town.
Yeah.
I guess if I may have already told you this, but I came down here specifically because I heard about a boar once I lost all my drinking money. So I came down here to get this boar and get some money. Problem is, the boar's already dead because it took me a bit to navigate these woods. When I got here, I decided to work for Beg for a couple weeks, and I made some coin doing that. And that leads us to today, where I've met you.
Yeah. Uh, similar here, I'm like in this town for like 1 or 2 days. And like, I kinda just stumbled upon this town.
Ah. Well, I guess you got here pretty recently.
Yeah.
Well, well, I guess it ain't the best place, but it's technically civilization.
Yeah.
Oh, also the Arya. Yeah, since you're new here, the Arya lady we're going to talk to. Well, according to Naral, at least, she's quite quick-tempered. You need to show her some respect, or else she's gonna try to kill you. Then again, that could just be him exaggerating, or he and Arya might just have some kind of spat. I'm not sure what the relationship is exactly.
Trust me, if you would know my teachers, if you would meet my teachers, then you would know the definition of being careful.
Fuck. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, well, I think I'm at least somewhat confident in my way around women. uh, well,
I would like one of you to make a survival check for me.
Am I doing that one? Yes. Well, I am not comfortable around my ability to go around to like get along with women. Use best example was with the Dryad, the Guardian. I wanted to genuinely thank her for giving us shelter, and she made me
Gesh,
really fucking scared.
it's at this point that you
Yes.
notice Shadowy has been leading you guys eastwards.
ah,
And you manage
We're-
to correct the path as you guys are talking without making him feel lesser, I'll say. You manage
basically
to
you
like,
go,
yeah, you manage to start walking a different direction, and Shadowy's goes like, Shadowy, I'll say you immediately recognize this man has mentioned he's a druid, he's a man of the forests. I might have been going the wrong way and start following him.
I think. Well, I guess that explains how I got lost in the forest for 2 weeks.
A heavy wind does blow through the forest in the first 20 minutes. So 20 minutes of walking, you only get about 20 minutes and like 30 minutes of walking, I'll say, closer. So with that check, You didn't get half time, but you got about 2/3 time. Continue.
Okay.
Ah.
So I saw that you're pretty good with magic as well. What kind of magic do you use?
Well, I actually ain't that good at magic. Uh, well, I think I learned my first form of magic with. Oh, guessing. I just recently learned some sort of instrument magic. Some might call it bardic magic. But at first, when I was still what some might call a commoner, just a young guy going about, uh, I had this terse with this rather attractive elven lady. She had this weird gnarled sword. Honestly, I just thought she had penis envy or some shit. I don't know. Didn't know. Yeah, she was pretty cute. Had some daddy issues. But after we had night, I found myself having visions of this weird sword, and I could just. And then I felt like whenever I touched a weapon, my charm, so I could channel my charm through it, or like my willpower. That kind of enhanced my attacks. So then I started to try to figure out what the hell was going on, and apparently I made a pact with something called a hex blade.
Oh, so you're a warlock. I understand. Most of my
Sorry.
holy shit, that just jump scared
I
me.
felt it was necessary when you said warlock.
Yeah. Like most of my direct classmates at the college are either other druids or warlocks. So yeah, I know some about different eldritch patrons. The Hexblade is a very like many people want to be a Hexblade.
Shadowy,
Oh, they wanted to be.
I need you to roll me a survival check now.
All right. I should have probably used bardic inspiration earlier, or at least on you. All right, but with that. Yeah, 7.
Gesh, you swear you've seen that tree multiple times, and the strange nature of this forest, it's completely dark. There's mist surrounding the entirety of this, like, the southern forest, which you've already passed through. The first check was to get you through the Dryads, forest, basically, kind of thing, and into this one, and a little bit further in. You have been in the blackened, bellows of this forest, burrows, whatever they're fucking called. There are heavy roots and knotted brambles and vines, and it is making travel difficult, and it is making your sense of direction harder. And I will say this, Gesh, you are the one to notice. It takes Shadowy a little bit of time to notice. Shadowy never corrects your path because he thinks he knows you know what you're doing. You guys are way off track. As you guys eventually come to a small bit where the trees clear and you see an ocean in front of you. You are headed west.
All right.
Oh, yes.
It has been about 30 more minutes, and you did head southwest, so you are around the area where you could get to the tower if you continued east and a little bit more south. So you didn't waste your time, but you did waste your time going west a little bit. It's going to take you about 30 more minutes to get to the tower, you assume, from this direction. You don't know where the tower is.
Before we head off, real, I'm actually gonna give you a little. I'm gonna give you a little pick me up. I pat him on the back, and I start whistling a little tune. I give you some bardic inspiration.
That lasts for 10 minutes, just so you know, so you'll have one check with it.
Yeah.
So, for the first leg of this journey, I'm assuming you guys are now paying attention to where you're going now that you know you've gotten
Yes.
twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so, who is leading the first leg of this journey?
Me.
Okay, for the first 10 minutes, I need a survival check with the Bardic Inspiration.
That's a D6, right?
Yes, at this
Yeah,
level
this
it's D6.
level.
I think it's
Plus
D8 at 5th
7.
level.
Plus D6. 1 T8. God damn,
Okay.
that's good.
Alright, so, as you guys are traveling through the forest and talking a little bit, but making sure you're guiding each other, you feel you're heading east directly good enough. Eventually, you make your way into this small clearing. And Gesh, as you start to do some tracking, you see this clearing is maybe about 30 feet by 30 feet. The canopy of the trees above there is just a little hole in it, and a single ray of light is shining down. You see a few rocks and logs that have fallen, and you see where the light shines down onto the forest ground, there is this this small plant that seems to shoot up with these stems, and then at the very top of it is a leaf that splits off. The stem splits into 3 ways, and there is a leaf coming off of each of the 3 stems in different directions. That is what you see in this place. I would like perception checks from both of you.
Yeah. $13 only.
Gesh? I mean, not Gesh. Shadowy, what did you roll for perception?
Perception.
Yeah.
Alright, that's 18.
18, you said?
Yep.
Damn. Okay. Good. Creations. Give me a second to bring it up. There it is. Okay. All right. So you said 18.
Mhm.
Good to know. Thank you. So you guys see this small clearing. There's a few logs, a few rocks, but the one thing that is drawing your attention in the very center of this clearing with the small bit of ray of light falling down to it is this stemmed plant. No bigger than it's no bigger than up to your ankle, basically.
We should probably get closer to it. It might be a medicinal herb.
Well, I don't know much about plants, so I'll let you. Well, aside from like wheat or shit, but so I'll let you determine what that is. I ain't sure if it's dangerous or not.
Okay, I look at the plant and you look for for any hostile animals around, okay?
All right, I'll watch your back.
Okay.
Okay.
I go up
as
to the plant.
Shadowy starts to do a perimeter of the place, holding out his instrument ready to attack at any moment. You head up to the plant, and as you get towards it, I would like you to make me either a perception or a nature check.
I'm gonna go with perception.
Good choice.
19.
You see on the edge of the small drooping and then up at the top perking plant-like leaf, this greenish leaf has a spiked symbol on it.
It's a
On all 3 of
spiked
the leaves.
plant.
There's 3 leaves with spikes on it, yes.
Is it blue or is it purple?
Now make me a nature check. And what race are you again?
I am a sea elf, the
Okay.
Monsters of the Multiverse version.
Alright, good to know, thank you.
14. Decent enough.
You're not sure, it's going to take you some more time. Just a quick look isn't going to help. You're going to need to take a few minutes to really discern if this is blue or purple.
I'm gonna yell to Shadowy's character. I might take a few minutes to discern which plant it is exactly, because there are 2 plants similar to this. One that is great medicine and one that you don't want to touch. I hope that's okay.
All right, I can keep an eye out.
As you say, alright, I could keep an eye out, you turn around and see directly trying to sneak up from the forest this large, hunched over form, just 2 yellow eyes staring out from the bushes. Roll initiative.
Me as well?
You do not know about this yet. This is
Okay.
this is them. They are acting on the surprise round at the moment. Neither of them are surprised, but they are acting on the surprise round. We're rolling to see who goes first in the surprise round, basically.
Because I am technically surprised.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus. Bruh. So, as this thing looks at you like, oh fuck, it jumps out of the bush as it lands behind you. This large, give me a second here. How big are they? This standing on all fours, 6 to 7 foot tall wolf. As it stares at you,
Werewolf.
and it goes for a bite at you.
A
Immediately.
direwolf.
It's gonna it's not a dire wolf. It's a Celian
No
wolf.
wolf.
It's gonna enter its Celian frenzy first. And it is going to attack you with a bite. As it gets behind you, it's gonna go for a bite attack. Fuck, a natural 20 on the first roll.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'm going to use silvery barbs.
How many spell slots do you have left?
Well, I have another warlock slot. Then I have my 2 bard slots.
Okay. Good to know, thank you. So, natural 20 isn't natural 20 anymore. It is instead a 17 to hit.
Yeah, it still hits.
Okay. So, as it strikes you, as it bites into your shoulder, as it's going to bite into your shoulder, what instrument do you play?
Well, right now I don't have an instrument,
You should.
as I am well, because that's the thing, I didn't start as bard.
Oh, okay. So, as it goes to bite down at you, you basically let out this towards it. As you do, you see the creature almost shimmers, and everything seems to twist back in time just an inch, and you manage to dodge out of the... Actually, no. Time starts to slow for just a second as you manage to dodge out of the way enough that it just bites into your arm rather than biting into your collarbone. As you suffer...
Yeah.
8 points of piercing damage as it bites into your shoulder, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Alright. Okay. Alright, that's a 7, so I get knocked prone.
Alright, yeah, you do. As it takes you by your arm, pulls you into the air, and just slams you into the ground, into one of the rocks. He's just... It starts to howl, and you hear... from outside as you see 2 smaller versions of this wolf just watching. I'm gonna... Yeah, no, it's not gonna come in just yet. As the large wolf just looks at you. What are you doing?
Alright, so now it's my turn.
Yeah, and
so
I will
I
say
think
at this
first-
point, it is very obvious there is a wolf here now. Gash, so if you want to roll initiative.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, problem is I'm a bit...
It's
Well,
standing
this
almost
thing's
as
a bit
tall as
close.
both of you as on all fours, by the way. Its jaw is large and elongated. Its fur is this light gray that seems to almost shift in the sunlight to a dark... Well, no, in the darkness when it came out, it was darkened, but as it stepped into the light, it almost became a lighter color. It has these strange striations of magical energy falling out of its eyes after it entered its frenzy. This is a Celian wolf.
Alright. So considering my hexblade weapon is currently being worked on, so I'm a bit low
Yeah,
on weapons.
that sucks. You gave your armor and weapon away.
Yeah, alright. But I do have an
Oh my
idea.
God.
The thing is this thing is a retarded mutt. I'm just gonna do a very simple thing called disengage, fly up.
Alright, as you go to well, remember, you are still proned. So you have to use half
so I
your
guess
movement
I-
to stand up.
I have to move and stand up.
Okay.
And
And
then,
then disengage was your
I
action.
disengage. And
And
then I
then-
fly up.
How do you have flying speed? What race are you again?
A winged tiefling.
I forget, yeah. So you were gonna use... You have 30 foot of flying, reduced to 15, correct?
Yeah, that would be it.
Alright,
So
you
I
fly
fly
up
15
15 feet.
And then I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on Real.
Do you need an instrument to do Bardic Inspiration?
Not as far as I know, not necessarily. But inspiration can also be like words of encouragement.
How do you inspire the druid?
Real, I believe this creature such as this would be in your expertise, so could you give me a hand?
Yes,
Do
of
we have money?
course. Yes, of course, I will help you. I already have a plan.
Alright, so... Is that in your turn, Shadowy?
Yeah, that would be my turn.
And if
Fly
you-
up and give
I'm sorry,
inspiration.
you had an 8, not a 7, my bad. But as you fly up, the wolf looks up to you, as it's now its turn again, because that was the surprise round. As it's looking up... No, it's stupid, so it's going to try it. Yeah, it's going to try to standing leap and then make an attack at you. So... Okay, let's see. That would be plus athletics, which would be proficiency of 2, 3. Okay. I need to look at standing jumps really quickly, see how much. Because I know there's a rule for it, and I need to see how much it can do. Jumping.
Jumping is 3 plus strength.
High jump. When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. Alright. Good to know. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before you jump. When you make a standing high jump, you can jump only half the distance. Either way, each foot you clear of the jump costs a foot of movement. In some circumstances, your GM might allow you to make a... Okay, yeah. So it's going to attempt to take a... you know what? Because you're 15 feet up, it's not in immediate danger. No, it's stupid. It's not going to try to jump and get you because it knows it won't be able to jump there. You're fucking too high for it. It's going to run towards the druid. And as it gets towards you, it's going to jump at you, and it's going to make a bite attack at you. Because it's making a jumping attack, it's an advantage.
Oh god.
What is your AC?
14.
Alright, so it goes to bite at you, and you immediately pull out a small walking stick you had been using, and you put it in its mouth as you take a step back, and it just crunches and destroys the walking stick you had picked up. As it just stares at you. I will say this, with your passive perception, you do hear from a distance, not too far off, but still a bit of distance, to the point where if you defeat this thing fast and get out of here, you probably won't get caught by more.
Okay. I have a different course of action planned.
Mm-hmm.
That might also work.
It is now your turn, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Speak with animals, 5e. Okay. Okay. So, you cast the spell immediately on yourself, and it's growling in your face still. What are you doing?
I'm asking it. Are you hungry? I can give you food.
This is a hunt, a training lesson. Food. Make me a persuasion check with advantage because you're talking to it.
Okay.
The speak with animals, it's more of a general grunts. You understand what their grunts and like growls mean to an extent. It's not an actual language, but you get the feeling it is hunting and ready to eat and train.
I can comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts.
Yes.
Though most of them are limited by intelligence.
What intelligence is it?
Like,
yeah, no, they're limited by their intelligence. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
There's
Shadow, as you're
17.
flying, you see it starts to growl, and Gesh responds with 17. DC was 17, you sack of shit.
Oh, and that's thing, you also had Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, you could add Bardic
yeah.
Inspiration, yeah, if you want to get
yeah.
higher. If you want to, you know, if...
Can we get much higher, so high? Theoretically, I could have added that to the 13 before as well.
Yes, but I don't want you to.
It's too late.
Yeah, I don't want you to.
5, so it's 22.
It looks at you, and for a brief second, there is a lull in the combat for one turn at the moment. You have convinced it to not be hostile at the moment. Any hostile actions, you know any hostile actions against it will cause it to be return to hostile.
Okay. I will slowly grab my backpack and pull out a bit of meat.
Okay. How do you have a bit of meat on you?
My character always has a bit of meat for him for animals
Okay.
because he's a
I'll
fucking
say
druid and
instead of like jerkies for ration, you have like raw meat that you know how to like
Yeah.
properly store. Like you've salted it. You have a small little compartment to that you use like some powder to keep it cool, like a cooling box almost.
Yeah.
Though you don't have enough powder to do it for too long at this point. You're gonna need to find some more cooling powder
Yeah.
residue to use.
it works for food and also works good with animals. So
Yeah, so
win-win.
as you slowly pull it out and hold it out to him, roll me an animal handling check. And this will be the last thing you can do on your turn.
Okay, good thing I can also add my bardic inspiration to
You
be
can't.
sure
You already
to that.
used. You already used bardic inspiration. You only get it once.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I should have used it
I will
now.
say you could have used it now because I was just saying you could have used it on the other. But go ahead.
So can I use it
yeah,
now or
I'll
not?
say you did not use it. Yeah,
Okay.
because you had already met the DC.
125. Ooh.
It lumbers forward and it looks at you, and in your comprehend languages, comprehend animals, you hear Tuft, leg, get meat, come, safe. And you see these two smaller versions, about 3 foot tall versions of this type of wolf, come walking out of the forest, sniffing as they slowly and cautiously approach under the tiefling towards you. Two puppies, basically.
Aww.
But they're 3 foot tall, mind you, still.
It's puppies. Puppies are puppies.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how tall they are.
Basically, the Celian wolf, when fully grown, is bigger than a Tiberian Mastiff, almost. It's bigger than you.
I know, but still. Big dog.
Mm-hmm.
Even better would be big cat.
As it starts to eat and tear off the meat, the two puppies come running over and you see one of them is like running into the other, and the other one goes stop with a growl. Do you hold out meat for them too?
Of course.
The puppies take it and they start to eat it and like run around and play for a little bit as the father, you assume, goes, "You are a druid, are you not?
Yes, I am.
One with nature.
Yes.
Tuft, leg. This here
Tuft?
is the druid we spoke of. Our ancestors used to aid them. This man here, if you ever see him in the wilds, give him respect." As the wolf starts to stand up. "Where are you heading, druid?"
To a tower nearby.
"I know of this tower. I will bring you. Come." And he starts to turn around.
Okay,
I
I
will
have
say
a
at this
question.
point, now that you have had some time to think about it as well, while you're talking to the dog, you're pretty sure these are the blue spiked leaves that you had gotten with your locate plant spell, because you are near the area, just looking around and doing some surveying, about 3 miles down.
That's something really good. I'm gonna pluck the plants because the blue ones are the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna
put them in. Add 3 leaves.
Okay, really is.
They are a heart medicine. You're not sure what you could do with them, but there is a possibility to make potions that enhance fortitude, or constitution, I should say, just so you're aware. But you specifically need to do some testing with it.
Yeah, even if they're gonna be medicine for someone with heart problems, so either way, I'm gonna have a use for them.
Okay. So, as the wolf begins to walk away, Shadowy,
I'm gonna follow
you look
him.
downwards as this druid has just been speaking and growls and grunts towards this wolf, and just picks up the flowers and the plant, and starts to walk with the wolf. I will say this: do you pluck the leaves, or do you pluck the entire plant and its root system out? Because that will take a little bit more time.
I'm gonna pluck the whole root out and say to the wolf, would you be so kind to wait a minute so I can bring this plant with me?
What is your basic nature skill?
My nature is a +4.
Yeah, you could do it. You needed a +3 or higher to do it within a
Okay,
certain amount
yeah.
of time. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I
you
have-
managed to do it within like a minute. You just immediately pull out like some gardening tools. Just you take some of the soil from underneath too, and you look at it. It's a bit different than the soil from the rest of the island that you've seen. There's different bits of soil in the fields to the north. There's different fields of soil to the east, where there's also deserts as well. This is a different kind of soil in this dark forest.
Okay. Yeah, this, so I get the entire plant.
Yeah, as well as a bit of soil too, so you could actually plant it and it doesn't have affected. It's not affected horribly.
So instead of leaves, the plant.
You have an entire plant of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say you get the feeling these plants always grow 3 leaves, but that's all. Anyway, so as you two begin to follow the wolf, the next 20 minutes. Okay, go by without issue. As the wolf manages to keep most predators off, you see these strange worm-like creatures with bat wings that seem to be naturally blending in with trees and seemingly striding into them and out, getting ready to ambush you, and the wolf just looks up to it and growls, and it and squirrels into the tree and disappears. As you continue, you eventually get to this small clearing where you see broken walls and old destroyed houses. There seems to be a field in the clearing. The clearing's maybe like half a mile wide, with about 3 foot tall grass. You see bodies in some parts. You see rusted metal. You see carts. You see wood, crates, things that have long been here. And you see in the center this large stone tower with a little bit of damage to it, mind you. And a single large doorway that seems to be fortified for sieges. It looks like it was constructed originally as a mage tower and then redesigned into a fortified tower. I will say that. There seems to be a long abandoned... Most people hadn't noticed it because most of the people that came here were in the throes of combat, mind you, or adrenaline hide. There seems to be an old abandoned flagpole as you continue to walk towards the door that has fallen into the grass and nearly been hidden, that has been rusted, and you see this old decaying flag.
Yeah.
The flag specifically is blue and green in color, but you can't make out anything else without picking it up.
Okay. So as we are at the tower, I'm gonna turn to the wolf, bow down and say, "Thank you very much. If you ever need my help,
I will say this:
just ask."
at this moment, you're 10 minutes ago, your speak with animals ran out. So
No.
yeah, it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The wolf looks at you.
I give him another piece of meat.
Roll me another animal handling check. And I will say, are you inspiring him again, Shadowy?
I guess it looks like as if I realize he needs some help with communicating with the wolves again. Sure.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a less good roll. It's just a 14.
Remember, stand up straight.
Alright, so you hand him a piece of meat and he nods and leaves as his 2 children wolf look at you expecting more meat.
I'm giving the meat too.
Okay. They take it and begin to run off into the forest. It's at this point the door to the tower opens, and you see, starting to, because at this point it's most likely already been, because you guys went to sleep during the day, woke up that time. It's been a few hours since then. It's probably getting towards night at this point, and sun is beginning to set. You see one of the lights at the top of the tower a torch up there seems to be lit, and it seems to be snuffed, and walking down and out of the tower, doing a stretch and checking their items really quickly, looks up, you see a drow figure, a woman in half-plate armor. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Oh, it's you. And you.
Ah. Oh.
Why have you come to my
well,
tower?
I guess I'll get to the point.
Come in. I need to get to sleep soon. Come in, we'll talk inside.
Alright.
She seems to be, like, she was just about to start, like, de-armoring to fall asleep and shit, and, like, you can see, like, parts of her gauntlets aren't on anymore. She's just like, fuck. As you walk in, she goes, yes, I understand. You probably got sent here by one of my... Sorry, no, she doesn't say that. She goes, so, why were you sent here? As you walk in and you see... You guys know what the tower looks like. It's fine. You guys died here. You know what it looks like.
Yes.
It's a bit more cleaned up, and there's no more bodies, really. Those have all been, like, buried, and it seems that she had done some cleaning in the last month. The rocks that had fallen onto the stairs have been removed as well. What do you need? Why have you come to my abode?
Well, Balrond has given us a quest to clear out the mines near Guardward.
The smith with the quest for the mines. Yes, he was telling me a bit about that as well. I just didn't have the time because I didn't have the manpower. So, what about this quest?
Yeah, mainly I was coming here for, I guess, two purposes. One, to ask, because I heard that you had some items that could be of use, considering the mine's apparently dangerous.
The armory.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Neural told you about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Loose lips sink ships, Neural. Loose lips sink ships. Okay. Yes, I could loan you some items if you need them. You will have to return them unless you wish to purchase or do some good deeds for them.
Of
All
course.
Yeah. And I think another thing we were wondering was, yeah, we heard that you're a warrior, so I was thinking, would you be willing to help out with the clearing the mine?
Well, I need to sleep first and think about that. Roll me a persuasion check.
Alright. So, question. Rail, are you gonna be helping me out with this?
As good as I can.
Alright.
Okay. How do you help him with it? What do you say to help him? Do you just shake your
Good
head
press.
along with him?
Yeah.
Alright, you have a
You
plus
give her
2
the puppy dog
instead
eyes.
of giving advantage, you have plus 2 circumstance bonus. Because he's
Better
not
than
actually talking.
nothing.
Yeah. If you don't talk or say anything to aid someone and someone just says, can you help me with this? It's like, I try to force you to do something, otherwise you just get a circumstance bonus. So, go ahead.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna... Should I use that? Should I?
You have the advantage from Silvery Barbs because you haven't rolled shit yet.
Oh. Wait.
Yeah, you never gave it to anyone else, so I assumed you gave it to yourself.
Oh, alright. I'll take it.
I had totally forgotten about that until you're like, fuck, should I use that? I'm like, wait, no, he did do Silvery Barbs, didn't he? It's
Wow.
one better. 11 and 12. Do you want to use Silvery Barbs again?
On... Okay, so what would I be using it on? I guess... Alright, I have an idea. Is
I'm
there
gonna.
anyone I can cast it on?
Do you have
I'm-
do you have a DM's inspiration? I think I gave you one, didn't I?
Yeah, I do.
You could use it and roll with advantage again.
I guess I could, if I can get another... I guess I could save that for later, because I did want to save that for something, but...
What were you asking, Gesh?
No, never mind. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'll do the DM's inspiration. I can get
Alright,
I can
so
get another one for
roll
what
with
I have planned
advantage.
for it.
Roll with advantage.
There we go, 26.
Neural has been asking me to find a group of people recently to aid him in his endeavors. I can supply you with items, but I have a few things to attend to in the next day or so. I'll try to get them done as quickly as I can and catch up to you in the mines. But I can't just simply put aside my promises for the few days.
Understandable, you have obligations.
I'll say this. I will get them done by noon tomorrow. If you wish to enter the mines before that to scout out or do anything else, feel free. However, I will be there at noon. Maybe a little bit later, I don't know, but within noon to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, that is the time schedule I will be able to get there by. So, if you decide to go in before me, that's on you.
Alright.
But I will give you some items here, because you are helping the village out. Now remember, these are not to keep, unless you buy or aid me in some other things. I can't mention anything right now, because most of it's personal business. But, if Neral asks me to, I can provide you ample opportunity to earn these items. Anyways.
Alright.
Follow me. As he starts to head down the stairs. So, what does your group consist of? Warriors? Wizards? Do you wear plate armor? Do you wear leather armor? What do you wear?
Well, I think a couple of my friends are a bit more magically inclined, and while I do have magic, I am capable of swinging a weapon.
Interesting, okay. So most of you are magic-based. Shit. Well, I hope you're ready then. Let's see. I believe we do have, in the armory specifically, we have, let me go ahead and edit this so I can get rid of the time stamps.
Would there be also armor made out of wood?
No, this was a previous Knight's Bastion. There's no armor made of wood. We do have... She took a few of the items, right? Yeah, she already took she took a set of the half plate. There was 2 sets, so there's 1 left. Okay. So, we do have, if you follow me into the armory, as she leads you in, she goes, it's mainly an armory for people with martial prowess, I should say. I believe we have 1 set of half plate left as she pulls open the door. It's this heavy iron door. It's like a vault door, basically, as she pulls it open. There we go. As you can see, on these 3 mannequins here, we have 1 set of half plate left, 2 sets of leather armor if you need it. We have, and she opens up a drawer, you see 15 daggers. 15 daggers. Hanging on that wall over there, you can see the long bow and the quiver of 60 arrows. We have a long sword on that table over there. Battle axe over there. We do have a few rooms that may have magical amenities, but I would need to check. I'm pretty sure we do have arcane focuses up in my bedroom, as well as some spell scrolls. Actually, no, the spell scrolls are gone because you took them. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, the arcane focus could maybe be used by by the person that you apparently met in a cart.
Oh, Day!
Yeah, they. Because as far as I know, he is a arcane caster.
Well, I'll go get that for you then. Are any of you wizards, perhaps?
Yeah.
Never
Not
mind.
that I
Yeah.
know of, but
Never
No.
mind then. There's a strange crystal I was going to ask you to look at, but never mind, I guess.
maybe I know something about it.
It feels more learned magic than natural magic.
I also should ask you something. Do you have a flute or a wind instrument nearby?
I can carve one easily. It'd be made of wood though and break very easily.
But that would be fine.
Yeah, sure, I can make you one.
Alright. Okay, so looking at this over, I'm thinking. All right, I guess to not take too much, I'll go with the. Well, I guess to be fair, it's the most valuable thing here, the half plate.
Can
Aside
you
from that,
wear
I guess I
half
can.
plate?
Yes, I'm a X-blade.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's X-Blade.
All right, you're taking the half plate.
I already have a shield with the blacks with Balrand.
Mm-hmm.
So, in looking over the long sword and the dagger, I decided to take one of the daggers since I lost my other one, and the long sword.
I'm gonna take a dagger as well just to have something other than my staff and my scimitar.
It is a metal weapon.
I can only I can use metal weapons. This no metal policy only goes for armor and shields.
Okay, good to know.
Or otherwise I could use my scimitar.
Well, there
Hey,
are. Yeah. Anyways, continue.
hey, uh, yeah, Rail, would you be good at using a bow?
Not really, I am more of a caster type though.
Eh,
If I need to, I could probably at least somewhat use it.
If you're not good at using something, I would not recommend you taking it from here, because if you die wielding it, that means I need to go in with more people to get my items back.
Good
yeah, I guess.
point.
Actually,
Then I
wait a minute.
rather do not take it.
I guess in that case, if that's your longbow, I guess in that case, yeah, you could probably use it. Yeah, since you'll be going there anyway.
Mind you, these items, though I found them there within my tower, they still belong to Neral and I, as well as the town, should they need to use them. That is why I cannot simply give them to you.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I would rather not
understandable.
take it. But in that case, I'd rather concentrate on my magic prowess.
That's fine. Now, you two look like you are starving. I do have some barrels of wine, some bread, and some berries and fruits, if you would like to eat.
Ah, yeah.
So no more.
Come with me. And you can sleep here too, just not in my room. And be
Yeah.
careful what you
Understandable.
touch. As she begins to lead you out of the armory, you had noticed it coming in, Gesh, but there's this strange olive slash sakura tree. The olive tree part of it seems to be this bending upwards, kind of pulled tight, gray, almost dead looking wood, but it's still lively wood that seems to almost move like a bonsai tree upwards. But it has these sakura and olive leaves of grayish purple slash pink colored leaves as well. And it's in the
What?
middle of a sand pit. And it seems
What
to be giving
is
off this natural energy.
what is this tree?
Oh, I don't know. It's just a tree that's been here since I found the tower. I would assume it's an important figurehead of this place, otherwise it wouldn't have grown down here. I was assuming druids made it or something, or it was some sort of wizard's strange concoction. If you want to take a look at it, feel free.
Yeah, it is natural magic, most definitely.
Feel free to take a look at it. I'll disable the gate for you. And she goes over and touches the gate in multiple
Thanks.
ways. And like you see her make these strange symbols with her hand, just like moving them around. Roll me an insight check, both of you.
I do not have proficiency in that, but I still have a +5. 22.
Okay.
That's 11.
Shadowy, damn, this must be a complicated lock. Gesh, she's just waving her arms around, making it look like you shouldn't be able to get in here because she wants to maintain a semblance of control over the place. And that's just a small reading, you know, you're not really good with inciting people.
I am just gonna ignore that I know how to open that.
It's just, you literally, and as she, like, fakes this all, she then pushes the door open and goes, feel free to go in.
Okay. I go in and go up to the tree.
Alright, as you begin to approach the tree, you feel the natural energies passing you. There's this ever-present wind. No one else feels the wind, but you do. As the closer you get, you feel this heavy wind pressure blowing across you. The smell of juniper berries, as well as, well, juniper berries. I mean, the smell of berries and olives starts to hit your nose. The smell of a fresh sea breeze hitting your nose as well. As you begin to approach it, as you do, there seems to be this dim light that seems to shine from the tree, almost like a radiant light from it. The closer you get, it doesn't get cold, but there's this nice sea breeze chill to the area around it. The closer you get, the more you sense a connection to nature, to this thing.
I am carefully going to touch it and trying to build a connection.
Okay, roll me a nature check.
Ooh, well,
As you touch it, you feel it. You have to take your hand off as you take 1 point of force damage. As you touch it, and it singes your hand as it starts to push natural magical energy into your body. And you realize if you hold on to it for too long, it might destroy you or you might destroy it. As you take off your hand for just a second, you look down and there's just this surge of energy. What spell slots have you used?
I have used 1 second level slot
You regain your second level slot.
and a first level slot. I
Yep,
forgot
you
to
regain a second and a first level because it's 3 spell points.
Ah, nice.
You realize this thing is teeming with magical energy. You might be able to connect to it, but it's going to take some time. If you
I'm going.
if you like to over the night use your meditation state and try to connect with it, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to Ari and say, this tree was not brought there by ordinary druids. It was either a very powerful archdruid or someone like the guardian the of the
The
village.
guardian of the village knows about this tree. She jumped through it to attack us a few weeks ago. However, mind you, I don't think she was the one that created this tree.
Okay. Either way, this is a very powerful
Mind you,
tree.
the tree is only like 2 to 3 feet wide on its trunk.
So it's a relatively young tree.
No, it's quite big. It just is 2 to 3. It's like an olive or sakura tree combined, so it has a small trunk.
Yeah, it
And it
is.
seems to be twisted around itself, basically, in
This-
a bonsai pattern.
This tree is filled with nature, with natural energies. Whoever created this tree was certainly very powerful. More powerful.
Well, I can't access it, and I don't want the Guardian to have this power. So, do what you want with it.
I will try to connect to it in the night.
Alright,
Is
well,
is it okay if I stay here?
that's fine. I'll bring you some food.
Thanks.
As the night begins to pass on for them, Zvrakis, Zeus,
Nose up.
Zvrakis,
Yes, sir.
an hour or two has passed, and the others have not come back. You get the feeling they're probably going to stay the night there because it's getting late at night. It's starting to get to sunset at this point. What have you two been doing for 2 hours?
Not much considering I'm tied up.
You had one
Oh,
answer
yeah,
there.
You're
You
bar
could-
watching. You're bar watching.
Yeah. You had one answer, which was, I'm a little tied up right now.
As you're watching the bar, not many interesting people come through. There's one interesting person that comes through. This man dressed in these sanguine robes, with a nice burgundy beard, almost completely red. In certain light, it seems to almost be blood red. He has pale skin and these beautiful, what are they called? Lavender eyes. His hair is slicked back, and he seems to be wearing many pieces of jewelry on his arms and around his neck as he comes walking in with a cane. It doesn't look like he has a limp, though. As he comes walking in, you notice immediately, Zeus, if you would like to make me... Actually, yeah, make me a perception check.
Okay. 3.
Never mind. This man walks in and he looks around and walks up to the bar as you're sitting there, and he sits down. Hello, good evening. Bartender. Name's Beg. Beg. I beg your pardon, but I'm looking for the lord of these lands, or if there isn't any, the mayor, the one who is said to be the one looking over these lands. I sent a letter a few weeks ago, but never received a reply. Oh, you want to talk to either Lord Norel or Liliana, or maybe even Ballerand, but he's more of a face for the dwarves, not much anymore. And he goes, thank you. And he pulls out platinum and slides it across the bar to him. Thank you. And he stands up and looks at you. You're a weird one. Pulls out a small,
If I had
pulls out
money, that would be mine.
pulls out a small card and hands it to you.
I read it intensely.
The name upon it seems to glow in these arcane runes of red. It goes... give me a second to come up with the name here. Sabrine... It says Sabrine Solicaster.
Sabrine Solidcast.
Sabrine. Like Sabrina. Like Sabrina, but Sabrine.
I kinda have a feeling that he's a jackass.
He is.
Oh god.
Sabrine Solicaster. I will put his name in NPCs just for you guys.
Thank you.
Does he look like suspicious at all?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Would that be Arcana or Insight?
You can roll either. Insight is going to give you, because you just met this man, Insight's going to be a harder check. The way he carries himself, he looks like he is
Okay,
of
then we'll
nobility.
go with.
Yeah.
Then we'll go with Arcana.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. That's a 7.
Now roll me an Insight check. This man seems
That's a 9.
This man seems very trustworthy. Like, he just paid that man a platinum for very little information. He seems to be very
I don't know
nice
what
to
money
other
is.
people. Yeah, he seems to be very nice
Shiny.
to other people. He's looking at this man who's carrying someone like a backpack and he's not mentioning anything about it. He looks to you and gives you a wink. He's a very nice man. And as you...
Could I?
Go ahead.
Does he look like his emotions would be tasty?
You're not sure. He doesn't seem to wear anything besides pride on... Well, not pride, but joy on his face.
Ooh, joy's a pretty good one.
I
It's
would
like eating
like.
candy.
What are you saying,
Fear's like chicken.
Zeus?
I would like to subtle spell cast detect magic on him.
As you subtly cast this spell, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. This would be an Arcana check. My bad, I'm stupid.
Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yes.
Your spell fails. You cast it and it fizzles. I'll say you immediately notice one of the buttons on his shirt, as soon as you cast the spell, glistens and then turns to normal. On his robes, sorry. So the robes, I misspoke. They're not robes. It's a fucking cape. I'm stupid. And then underneath you see this, this vest almost of completely crimson red with, these deep... Well, no, sorry. This rose red with crimson red lining to it, and it seems to be pulled across with multiple golden buttons, my bad. And you see one of them shines as you cast the spell and starts to almost less glow like the other ones do. There are 3 other buttons that are glowing, and you get the feeling this guy doesn't like to be seen. I will say this, looking at him, obviously he is wielding a few magical items.
I would like to use the read moods ability.
What's that?
So, as that's one of my science disciplines, I can learn a basic summary of the emotional state of up to 6 creatures I can see. And
What
I don't really
class
care
are you
about the other 5, but one of them is definitely going to be this guy.
Roll me an insight check and add a free psionic dice. This is a contested
I
roll, so
don't
roll
have
it in check.
psionic dice.
You know what I mean? Like,
What?
roll a d6, or whatever it would be if you were a mystic or whatnot. Roll,
What is he playing?
roll me an extra d6. Yeah, what
Okay.
what class are you playing? Because I thought you were playing a mystic.
Yeah, I am playing a mystic.
The
But
fuck
you
is a
have psionic
mystic?
dice, though?
Mystic. No, I have psionic. I have psionic points instead of dice.
Oh, okay.
Mist?
Well, you could roll a d6 then. So you did, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. He is tough to crack. As you stare at him, you push this mystical energy towards him, and as it's trying to crack through his brain, you can see a little bit of discomfort from his face, but you manage to push through. He is prideful. And he seems to think of himself above. Not think of himself above. He's not a normal. I will say this. As you are trying to detect his mood, can someone stop jacking off in the background, please? As you are trying to detect his mood, you get the feeling he's hungry. He is impatient. He is not showing what he's actually thinking on his front, but he is joyful. And as he looks towards this individual he just handed his card, you feel this spike of happiness. You know what this happiness is for. Svrakis, you immediately recognize the lust that enters this man's mind. Not of bloodlust, not of sexual lust, but of hunger. You immediately recognize what this man is. This is a vampire.
Oh boy.
And the ability to conceal
Like
himself
me.
this well means he is a pretty fucking powerful vampire.
Oh no.
Not to mention, he
we
has multiple
telepathically-
magic items.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to Zeus, leave.
my face shifts as he talks to me in my head. Hold on.
As your face shifts, what's his name? Sabrine looks at you. Is there something the matter? You can see his brow furrows a bit and his eyes go a bit darker.
You're odd. I hold out a goopy hand.
So are you. Then he shakes your hand.
Day, procurer of the unknown.
Sabrine Solicaster. You don't need to know my title just yet.
Oh,
But
man.
if you give me that call, I can speak with you. I
Sounds fun.
live up on the mountainous plateaus in the center of the island.
Oh,
Yes. My friends and I have recently expanded that way. Well, I do come from the eastern side of the island, but my friends and I have expanded that way to go into the ancient monasteries and abandoned temples and chapels at the top of the mountains. It's pretty interesting stuff we've been finding. And not as interesting as you, though. Or your friend there, and he's gonna look down to use Zrakis. After all, it's not... He leans down and whispers so only both of you can hear. It's not often that I find a goopy man and undead in my presence.
Actually, I'm not sure. Do emotion vampires count as
I
undead?
am counting you as undead, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I wasn't sure when I came up with the concept for it, so.
And he steps back and he goes, "Well, if you're interested in being hired as a sword or a mine for my people, let me know. After all, this island intrigues me. Even if I was born here, it's interesting."
Mm.
And he seems to be like, his middle finger on his right hand is like picking at the skin that's overgrowing his nail on his pointer finger on his right hand as he's talking this entire time. He seems to be having this tick. Anyways, I need to go speak with the lord of this town. You two wouldn't happen to know him, would you? So I can get an audience much faster.
Probably it's somewhere in my head.
Yeah, well, it has been great meeting you all. I have Draconic Copy to speak to. And he seems to walk out. Srakis,
I would like to note
go ahead.
the entire time while he was talking, Sprakis was screaming in Zeus's head for them to leave.
Alright. Srakis, I will say... Did you want... No, because you weren't using Detect Thoughts, never mind.
Yeah.
He leaves the establishment. I will say this, the way he was walking with his cane, he didn't need a cane, so you get the feeling it's a weapon. You also noticed multiple jewels on his hands, on the rings, as well as bracelets and necklaces. Some of them gave off arcane power. Some of them didn't. Some of them had negative arcane power.
I'm gonna telepathically talk to the guy in my head and just, why do he call you Goopy?
You goopy.
Oh, you're right. And I tighten my skin, like too tight.
As you tighten your skin, it tightens.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing with my hand? I'm not changing anymore. My right hand.
It's filled with cum. It's the cum hand.
No, not my cum hands.
Anything with that.
Where's my dick?
I'm ruined.
Where's my dick at? Anyways, so
Roll a cum hand check.
that basically the center person in that picture, without the hat, is exactly what he looked like, except he had
Yeah, that's
red
what
hair and a red
immediately when
face,
you
yeah.
described him, that's what I thought
Yeah,
of.
and he had pale face and jewelry and shit on. But yeah, I was like,
No one
this
expects
sounds
the
like the
Spanish
Inquisition when I was saying it, but no.
See,
Anyways,
look. Also,
I mean, I didn't expect him, so.
second thing, he wasn't that bad. I don't know why you're asking me to leave. He was a perfectly fine gentleman. A little strange. But no.
Vampire! Blood drinker!
Ah. What is a vampire but just a person with a different diet?
Eat you!
I wish.
Then I know eat you.
Please tell me you understood what I said. He said,
Yes.
"Eat you," and I was like, "I wish." Anyways,
Well,
Whoa there, calm down there, buddy.
no.
I personally think that no one want to eat me because I'm that much of an interesting conversation. Why would anyone want to eat me?
You tasty. Emotions good.
I assume you still mean knowledge. I know I have a lot to share. So much, and so little people know. And so little time as well.
No knowledge. Madness. Tasty.
100 years is not enough. I need more.
So at this point, it's getting around. I'll say you spent about a good 2 extra hours here, and no one else interesting seemed to walk in. There's a few people wearing cloaks and whatnot that seem to be from out of town traveling, but no one interesting, to be honest with you. And at this point, Beg is like, "All right, folks, it's around 10 o'clock at night. Last call. Go back home. Last drinks. Anybody need any drinks?"
Look down at him. Do you want a drink?
Me no drink, only emotion.
All right, everyone, let's get going. And he starts to begin cleaning up the bar. You two as well. And that strange hogtied man, what are you doing? I'm not gonna ask fucking questions. Get out of my bar.
Smart man.
Ah,
I would like to note he is wearing the rattiest, most like worn clothing one can have.
Why is your dick out in my bar?
as we're walking out, it's like I don't want to have that conversation.
Does he still have one, or was it ritualistically removed at
I'll
birth?
say you still have one.
Penis.
Beppis.
As we're walking out, so what do you want to talk about? Till tomorrow. I have a whole other like I've shown you like a brief description of the book. But there's so much more in my head. The voice. There's so much to talk about.
Me stay with you, you good emotion.
You're a great listener.
At this point, Liliana, as you're looking for where you're gonna sleep tonight, because Liliana gave you the room for the night, Liliana does approach you. Well, it seems I found you finally. Where were you? Probably the bar. I'm stupid and didn't think to look there. Last night was a free stay, just so you're aware. Now, you do not live here for free. The Dryad, or sorry, the Guardian, she would say, has made it aware to anybody who did not, to me and the council, anybody who does not live in this town must pay a fee of some sort to continuously have her create a hovel. Either... Hello?
Yeah. Hey.
The music just stopped.
Huh.
Shit.
Huh.
Either you pay us a fee of blood or coin. Now, either is fine with us.
Blood?
Yes, blood will do fine, too.
Well-
Telepathically, he's gonna extend a link out to Liliana and say, "Coin," and send her an image of these rusted gold coins he has.
I'm afraid those won't work either. The music bot stopped fucking... The music bot
I mean,
stopped
he
fucking.
has 100 gold.
So
They might work, yes.
whose blood?
Whoever wishes to stay the night in one of those hovels.
Ah.
We no
need-
bleed.
I change my face as I'm speaking here. And what will the blood be used for?
To recompensate, sorry. the Guardian, she's not saying Dryad, I just keep fucking saying it for some reason. Sorry, I need to add Fred Boat to the permissions here. It would be for re-giving the Guardian, some of her power back for having her expend it to create hovels for you.
Then how does the money work then?
That is for us. Instead.
Oh.
And also, well, no, you pay her and she pays us, and then we buy her what she wants. It's kind of like her allowance.
That's interesting.
So, what did it be?
Well,
Blood or coin?
He telepathically says to Zeus, "Me have coin that house," and sends him an image of what could loosely be described as a house if you threw 2 tornadoes, a hurricane, and an earthquake at it.
I think I'm like speaking telepathically back. I'm just Sorry, imagine the eye contact between us as the dead silence in the conversation. Sorry. I think I'll just pay. I don't think they want your money.
Rude.
I know. People are amazingly rude.
Bro, I've given this thing permissions 5 times. What does it fucking want?
Dick.
I can provide,
Does
but
it
still.
does it need blood or coin?
Fuck up. No one likes you.
I know.
This is actually pissing me off now. It says it needs certain permissions that don't fucking exist.
Weird.
What does it say it needs? You guys can see where in the music channel, right? What does it say? Sorry, because I'm trying to look here.
The music channel here,
Yes.
it says nothing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The last thing there is like the serene song that you put on.
Yeah, no, but it's not fucking playing. Let's see here. Read text channels and see voice channels. I've given you that permission already. Why is it fucking being annoying? Oh no. Let's see. Read. Yeah, if you guys want to keep fucking role playing, feel free. Just, I'm trying to fucking see shit here. It has those permissions. What the fuck is going on? Bro, I'm about to fucking kick Fred Boat from the fucking server.
Why are you not using fiber?
Because Fiber isn't fucking
Ew.
responding. Well, we're just gonna have a good silent period here, aren't we?
Awkward silence is awkward.
Well, I mean, you
Well,
guys are supposed to be doing shit, is the problem.
It's difficult to do stuff without a dungeon master.
You guys
Yeah.
are literally role-playing right now and not role-playing, is the whole thing.
Okay. Right, where are they? Yeah, no money. Well, yeah, of course it's incredibly rude. A lot of people are very rude. They don't understand the limited time they have, so they decide to. Whatever. I'll pay.
Time? What time?
Bro.
The time? I'm glad you don't know what that is. I respect that. And I'll hand over. I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Pay. We pay.
Okay.
What, I'm curious now. What did you think I said?
I thought you were trying to get my attention by saying hey, which is not at all your character would say. That's why I was so confused.
He wouldn't say hey. He would just, I don't know, shoot
just
Psychic-
say what he needs to
psych
say.
into your brain. If he needs your attention, he can just open up the line and start talking.
So yeah, I would just honestly I just hand over I just grab a handful, 10 gold pieces.
Hold on. Would it be possible for me to use one of my psychic talents to cut
No.
through the ropes? No?
Mm-mm.
Dang. Well, there goes that. You're a spellcaster. I don't suppose you would have enough firebolt.
Why is it working for you, Gash, and not me?
No, the problem before was that Viber was shown as offline. Probably it was a complete problem on Viber that it just like had connection
There we go.
problems to the
There we
server.
go.
Yeah. Probably just connection issues.
Alright, thank you. Anyway, so. What's happening right now? I wasn't fucking listening. I was trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with Fred Boat. The worst fucking music app out there.
Basically, I asked Zeus if he has a spell he can use to get rid of the ropes.
No.
I will say, at this point, if you would try it, do you have any psychic abilities that could fucking get you out of these ropes or no?
I have one ability. I have Mind Thrust that deals damage.
Yeah, no, that has to be against a creature, probably.
Doesn't any of you have like a knife?
I will say, at this point, after having struggled for hours, you can make me an athletics or acrobatics check with advantage.
How
I'll
the
take it.
fuck did my character just
God damn it,
made
Jess.
them? How did my character?
Could have just
Wait,
untied me.
How the fuck? My character I forgot. But how the
13.
How the fuck did I do the goblin just let it slide?
No.
We're gonna be stuck in these ropes for the rest of the campaign.
Could
Honestly,
you
that'd be a
just-
little funny. I'd
Could
laugh.
you just
My-
say
my
that
life-
Could you just say
No.
that I told
No.
Burrell how to? Oh,
Nah, man.
That's me.
The ropes
Okay.
are the rope is life.
I will
Anyway,
say the DC is getting lower each attempt because it has been hours of you pulling against them. So
I
next
hate
DC
these
is
goddamn
16,
ropes.
but you need about 10 minutes to try and do it again.
You know what? Screw it. Next time I'm eating Gesh's emotions.
That's fine.
hey,
Just because you're mad.
So, as you hand over how
Yup.
much money?
10
10
gold
what?
pieces.
Gold pieces? Okay. Liliana goes, this is too... Thank you, and she puts it away. That'll buy you 3 nights worth of time.
Ah, that's time.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Thank
She wouldn't
you.
do that.
Hey?
She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't be rude like that. She'd go, with this,
Should be 10.
it should be about
I don't know how much you want.
50 nights for you.
Oh,
huh?
oh. I looked down at my friend now speaking out loud.
Well, sorry, there's 2 of you, sorry, and you're buying 2 hovels for the night. Unless you want to buy 1, your choice.
Just one.
Okay.
Those hovels are big.
50 nights then, she puts it away. If you go back to, well, let me know when you're ready to go to sleep, and I will have the guardian summon you some hovels.
I'm gonna ask
to
mentally.
Zeus-
Yeah?
To Zeus, he says, "You pay for house? Me have house, no pay." And he sends him image of this ruined house. That's right, boys. You're an illegal immigrant.
I'm gonna like
I'm about to ice you.
I'm gonna have like a cartoonishly perplexed face, and go, "That's
Your, like,
no.
body-
I'd rather
your
sleep
body,
outside."
Your body, like, bends at a 45-degree angle. Your feet come off the ground. Your hands behind your back. Your eyes pop out, and you just hear...
I don't even know
I
what
would-
that was a reference to.
I'd rather sleep outside. That is just outside. How do you consider that a house?
It's outside.
I guess the idea of house is very personal. Like saying this all out loud. I guess technically, the whole world is a house. One big house where everybody lives. And then the gods have their own house. I think you just can't give me a breakthrough. Thank you.
Breakthrough? Break? Like house?
No. We don't want to break this house, since we would like to sleep. We can break other houses. I've broken into a lot of houses. Most of them empty.
Most?
Like
On
other
purpose.
houses. And he sends you more images of a lot more destroyed houses, each of which it looks like he slept in.
Are you destroying the houses, or do they come pre-destroyed?
No answer.
That is concerning.
Guys, it is getting late.
Right. I
Yeah,
think the hovel now would be appreciated.
I don't mind going the rest of the night, but it's getting late, guys.
Oh, you meant literally,
Yeah,
not in game.
It is.
Oh yes, we can. I'm honestly, I'm kind of good. If we get to the hovel, then we're good.
So, Liliana just
Yeah.
grabs you both and starts to pull you a little bit off the road towards a tree, looks at it and goes, Guardian, your allowance has been paid, please take these two. And a single one of these hovels hits the ground as she throws you both in and goes, good night, and the vine pulls you into the forest. As you both are thrust into this house,
And we were never seen again.
and you both are thrust into this small hovel, and the other two find their way to rest. Is there anything you guys would like to role play before you go to rest? I don't mind staying up later, guys. That's the whole thing. I'm just saying, it's getting late, so if you want to keep going, we can. But I don't want you guys to role play. Oh, I live in an abandoned house. Oh, blah 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 blah. Oh, I live in an abandoned house. Blah 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 blah. Oh, I live in an abandoned house for 50 fucking minutes.
It'd be a little funny. Okay.
Nothing
Right.
specific, honestly. I think he would pass out pretty much the second you untied him and dropped him down.
Um.
That hasn't happened yet.
Maybe you could ask the mayor for help.
I don't think
I will
they're gonna
say
help.
over the course. I will say this, Zeus. Over the course of 10 minutes, you can untie him once you are in the hovel, if you wish to.
Gotcha. I'd honestly totally forget about him being tied up and thought he'd just being really nice and not running away.
All right, you leave him tied up for the night.
I was literally tied to your waist.
Savrakis, okay, so is there any other role play in the hovel or in the tower at all that you guys would like to do?
The only thing I would say is without calm emotions, I'd be trying to change my form a bunch and figure it out.
Okay.
I think I would do a little roleplay in
So
the tower.
Savrakis, you watch as Day. You guys have such stupid names.
Day is a great name. It is seen in Greek.
You watch as Day starts to shift and change his form as he's slowly falling into a stupor. Roll me a Constitution save, Savrakis. You are in an comfortable position to sleep.
You're like face down, ass up.
I feel so sorry. But I wouldn't have.
Oh, that's a 6.
But me as a player and my character wouldn't have thought that you guys have such problems with my fucking.
So, after
Not.
the two of you who managed to fall asleep, Savrakis, you guys can take your long rest. Savrakis, you're going to add a point of exhaustion after your long rest.
God. Oh
Fair
no.
enough.
Because you were tied up all night sleeping, hog-tied.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways, now,
You
we
try
return
to.
to the tower group, who is actually a bit better, not by much, than the other group. So,
Like
Shadowy.
physically or?
Now, you remember with that offer that
Continue.
okay, yeah, that offer that the mayoress or the council member gave me. Arya decided to offer me something to eat.
Yes, you already had food. I said that.
Yeah,
I said
that's
you
the thing.
already-
The wine. Yeah, the wine. Before I get to bed, I was gonna try some of that out.
Okay. You get some wine. You find this small little chalice that's like chipped on the edge, but like you manage to like tape it over with some extra shit or whatnot. No, you just find a fucking mug. Fuck it. And you take some of the wine. You drink it. It's nice wine, not expensive wine. Probably like, if you had to guess, probably orcish wine.
It's fine for that. Oh, considering where it's probably from, it's fine.
And it's a good thing. It looks like Savrakis needed to leave, so that's fine.
Yeah. All right. So I guess since I've discerned that from the wine, well, I guess that's fine. Oh, I decided to turn the lights out and go to sleep.
That's what you wanted to do for roleplay? Okay, sure.
Yeah, I was gonna be doing a little wine sampling.
Okay. There's one barrel. There's like one type of wine. So as you taste your wine and fall asleep, Gesh, as you sit by the tree and begin your meditative state, your trance, you fall asleep. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Save. Alright.
You want a low roll.
You say that with me having a +7, man. 30-20.
I was fucking with you. But yeah, so
Oh god.
you feel something trying to enter your mind. Do you allow it?
Can I... Do I know if it's...
You don't know if it's good, bad, what it is. You just feel something trying to tether to your mind.
Normally I would say no, because the shit like this I mostly say no, but my curiosity right now is bigger than my concern. I let it in.
Okay, so as you let this strange tether into your mind, you hear the sound of the sea whoosh, hitting against cliffs. You watch as your vision shifts to a memory of sorts. You're following a woman. A human woman. Who seems to be wearing this toga-like dress with a small bronze, these small bronze bracelets, as well as a small bronze circlet on her head. Brown hair, pale skin, green eyes, as she seems to be joyously running, stopping, staring back, and laughing as you continue to follow. Eventually, you get to a cliffside, looking over a large sea. You see in the distance what seems to be a landscape below you. Sorry, not a landscape below you. No, I'm stupid. No, you see in the distance an island. Roll me a history check.
I'm at least decent at that. 18.
18. Something's familiar about this island. And I'll get to what it is, what you know after the memory to an extent. As you begin to look over the sea, there's talking, but you can't understand the words that are being said. It's not a different language. You can see their words, their mouths moving, but it's almost like the information is being lost to you. As they're talking, you see her smile once again. You stand taller than this woman quite a bit. She seems to be about 5'8", and you're taller. You continue to look out over the sea and then look back to her. Then over the sea once again. All that stands on this cliff is a single olive tree. And then you see the leaves of the olive trees blow in front of your face. And then again, a similar scene. You're staring out into the ocean. A flash of red. Stare out into the ocean. A flash of someplace else, staring out into the ocean. Suddenly, you blink, and you stand within a large, hilly region. You smell iron around you, blood. You see spikes, weapons, the flashing of swords, the sounds of combat. You see decorated men and women in different clothing as you see draconoids, other creatures, beholders, drow, enemies, things that you consider evil, attacking and defending. Humans and serpentine yuanti, which in my world are not evil, mind you, fighting side by side. You recognize the architecture. It's ancient. I'll get back to that. You see an individual come running towards you, and you reach out your hand, and they eventually just explode from arcane force. As you pull your hand back, you look down, and you see multiple of your fallen comrades, and one, the woman you had seen before, fallen before you on the ground. In desperation, you reach out your hand as they all seem to, like puppets, start to rise from the ground as a small group of enemies comes towards you, and using your puppets, you manage to fend them off. Before there's an explosion. And grabbing out to reach out towards the woman, you grab onto her arm before everything goes white. And you find yourself in a clearing in a forest with a single arm in your hand. Flashes again to the sea, flashes back. A tower reaching 70, 80 feet or more high. In the process of being built, you could see small pieces of wood and metal are seemingly showing the full height of the tower being over 300 feet tall. The skeleton is not yet fully complete, and neither is the actual body of the tower. You enter into a room where you see this arm is in a display case, frozen. You see the arm is taken after the tower's completion, and a tome is being read through. The words you can't read. And you see this individual place it on the ground in the middle of this sand pit before it slaws all the flesh off the bone. A bracelet, the brass one, falls to the, not brass, copper, falls to the ground. And you see this tree begin to erupt. Olive and sakura in look, but bonsai in shape. And that's where the vision ends. In the vision, when you were standing upon the cliff, you recognized the place. Overlooking the island of... what the fuck is it called? Give me a second. Overlooking the island of... what's it called now? Because it was Dukan in the past. It is now called Natu. The island, the forest island of Natu, but strangely looking different. The cliffside. You recognized the area of the battle that had taken place. A desert sand in Durath. But the Durathian landscape looked much different. And you recognize the tower where you currently reside. As your trance state ends, you blink and notice upon the base of the tree. No, sorry, it would be in the... yeah, upon the base... No, I'm stupid, sorry. Upon the... one of the top branches of the tree, just out of sight of normal people. Anybody who would be looking at the tree would need to make an investigation check, but you, having seen this vision, look up and see a copper bracelet hangs from one of the branches, hugging tightly. And you see one of the tree's branches, the one that's hugging it, suddenly shoots back into the trunk as the bracelet hits the sand and comes to rest right in front of you.
I grab the bracelet.
As you grab it and look at it, it is ancient Dorathian in nature. It is from my world, Taram. As you're looking at it, it seems to fit women's arms specifically, but there are markings, strange wording upon the side. What languages do you speak?
Let me. But I think I'm 100% sure that I speak Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, and I think it may be Elemental.
You're a druid, right? Only druid?
Ah, yeah, and Druidic, right.
Okay. It is written in the ancient druidic languages. It is less of a saying or less of a sentence and more of a written rite of protection by the ancient druids of Dorath. It basically says, strong as stone. It says, quick as the wind. As deadly as fire. And as soothing as water. That's basically what it says. And you can see it glistens. Do you read these passages out loud?
Yes.
I will mention this bracelet that you're looking at. The wording is inscribed on the top and bottom of the bracelet itself, for like where you put your arm through, and it creates this almost Celtic-like pattern with the wording. As you read that out loud, you see the runes glow. And the bracelet becomes the size of your arm. You can wear it if you wish.
I will.
Alright. As you unclasp it and clasp it back on yourself, you feel the protective energies of the bracelet envelop you. Are you attuned to any items? I don't think so, right? This is an attunement item. It can be attuned to by druids or specific people. And you can attune to it. I'll let you know the specifics of it after the session. But
Okay.
as you're looking at this, you feel this gentle tug, and you look back towards the tree, and you feel this wellspring of power, and you get the feeling you could either siphon it slowly or all at once. Siphoning it slowly means... Well, siphoning it slowly and granting it... Siphoning it slowly would have you be granting it some of your energy to then garner some of its energy itself, allowing you to level up with XP. If you wished to, you could siphon it all right now without doing that, and you would gain 2 levels of Druid.
Instantly.
Yes.
But it will probably have something negative about it. Yeah, I will
I will
probably
say
say...
you also... Make me just a general... Make me a survival check.
Survival. 22.
You swear you hear the breath of a creature. The closer you are to the tree. You swear you hear the creaks of the tree almost sound like a heartbeat.
I will save my energy and slowly...
Alright, so you're gonna slowly take the energy out whenever you get the XP then.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you have made this decision, you could always do it the other way. So, out of character, this allows you to level up Druid as many times as you want if you do it slowly, or gives you 2 levels in Druid if you do it fast.
At once.
Yeah, without any
But
XP.
then no more.
You're not sure. There may be more, but you're not sure what the consequences would be.
Okay, yeah. Well, I know that someone like Oa would instantly go and just say fuck it, but I have a permanent level up for my druid, so there's no way in hell I'm gonna risk to destroy it.
I will say this, as you're looking at this, there is a permanent level up in Druid here, but there's also some other sort of teachings from this tree. Some sort of natural warrior. Almost like a cleric of some sort. Or a paladin, you're not sure. A creature of divine devotion to nature. So it can allow you to also level up cleric of nature levels.
I really thought that it would also give Paladin Ancients.
No.
Okay.
Actually, it could be paladin of ancients too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I will say it allows one level up of that, one level up of the cleric of nature, and well, 3 levels up the cleric of nature in case you're not a fucking cleric of nature yet. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I will keep on my druid. I want to go full druid. I want to become an arch druid.
All right. Well, as you see this and your trance ends, your trance went on for double the amount of length that it should have, just because you were focused on this tree during the time. You feel refreshed coming back to. As you see stretching Raiko, or whatever the fuck his name is, the tiefling comes down. Shadowy, as you start to stretch and come down from the top of the tower where you sat and laid, you see the druid, Rael, suddenly stands up from his trance and breathes in and breathes out. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh.